Good morning, y'all. I was reading through Proverbs 22 this morning, and it touched me to speak. So, Proverbs 22, verse 1. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, a loving favor rather than silver and gold. Having integrity, having honesty, having good character and morals is better than having all the money in the world, because you rely on your morals, you rely on your integrity, you rely on God, what God gives you and provides for you, other than saying, no, I got it in the bank, I'm going to take care of it. You're not looking to God to take care of your needs, you're looking at your own riches. The rich and the poor meet together, the Lord is the maker of them all. However you get rich, however you get your money, however you get yours, and however those have ended up in situations where it seems like they don't have a lot, God makes everybody, so you still got to treat everybody with respect, point blank, period. Proverbs 22, verse 7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. So those who get all this money, those who get all these things, they choose to make the rules, right? Because they get to create the system that everybody else has to live and abide by. And the borrower is servant to the lender. That's not to say that the borrower is bad. That's to say that in the system where those who have the money, who have the power, make the rules, that those who have to abide by those rules are going to have to serve. But it's not a bad thing to be a servant. Jesus was a king. Jesus is king, and he chose to be a servant. He demonstrated what service means, to understand that whatever situation, know that one, you have all that you need, because my God shall supply all your need according to his riches and glory in Christ Jesus. And two, that you still got to shine the goodness of God in every situation, whether it's up high or down low. Proverbs 22, verse 9. He that hath the bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he giveth of his bread to the poor. When you see that when God shall supply all your needs according to his riches and glory in Christ Jesus, you see sufficiency no matter what. And you can give no matter what. Even when it's tough, even when it's hard, you can recognize that, hey, God is going to give me more. So I'm going to give with a cheerful heart, because I know God is going to provide for me, and God has provided a way for me to provide and give to somebody else. Proverbs 22, verse 16. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. If you're taking advantage of other people to get your money, to get your wealth, if you're using the rule of 72 to cripple people and to know that, okay, they're going to have to borrow because they're in need, and I'm going to use this to manipulate them, you're going to get your reward. You're going to get your consequence. Trust and believe that, for Shosky. That just came out. And additionally, he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. If you continue to feed that system, feed that cycle, knowingly that, yeah, I'm going to make them richer, I'm going to continue to pour into them, I'm going to continue to boost them up, so maybe I'll get boosted up too. And you don't give to those that are in need. Give them opportunity. You see somebody hustling, you see somebody not hustling in a bad way, but making the most of their opportunity, making the most of what they got. You're like, I know they're charging a little bit more, or I know they're trying to get up, but that's cheaper. I know they already got it. I'm going to just go to them. Like, you got to think and consider why you're doing the things that you do, and what the things that you're doing are having an effect on down the line. Not just for other people, but for yourself and for your soul. Because if we continue to live in a cycle that is restricted, that is, you become slave to the money. You become slave to, okay, I'm not, it's some things that I'm feeling that I can't quite say, but I hope that y'all get the importance of it. Proverbs 22, verse 26. Be not one of them that strike hands, or of them that are sureties for debts. I had to go and read a little bit more into this. So, be not one of them that strikes hands, or one that are or of them that are sureties for debts. Means don't place stake on somebody else for their behalf. If they don't have it and they can't pay it, in a sense like they're trying to gamble with something, don't gamble for them. Like, it's one thing to give and say, yeah, I know you need this. I'm a take care of that for you. But to bet on somebody else's behalf, when you don't know the odds of the bets, you don't know what they're gambling for, you don't know what they're gambling with, that is going to come back and take from you. If thou hast, and this is verse 27, if thou hast nothing to pay, why should he take away from under thy bed? If they don't have it to gamble with, why would you put what you have on the line to gamble for them? You gotta, again, be a good steward and recognize that with the gifts with the seeds that we're given, we got to sow them wisely. It's like saying, somebody said, hey, it's a 50% chance if you throw them seeds over there in that sandy soil that don't get watered, you might get something. You know what I'm saying? Just throw your seed over there. I ain't got no seed, but throw your seed over there. But like, that don't make sense. Why would I do that? I'm going to put it here safely, and maybe I'll get something and I can give you something. You can try it for sure. But don't put on the line what God has given you to be a good steward over and gamble with that for sure. So it's snowing, it's cold. I've said what I needed to say. I hope y'all gained something from that. Read the Bible for yourself, because this all came from reading one verse in the daily devotional from today about getting out of debt, which is so important. I'm in debt right now, and there's some things that I got to take care of for sure. At those moments, I used what I had available to take care of some things that needed to happen. And that's the fact of that. I'm also trusting and knowing that God provided those things for me to get those things that were needed, and God will provide a way out of this debt. God is working on me to be a better steward so that the debt doesn't continue to increase, but that what I get, I learn to take it down here, take it down there. And remember the season that Job was in. Job seemed like he lost everything. Job seemed like he was down and out, down in the gutter. But God allowed Job to be tested because he knew Job was going to not lose faith. He knew that Satan could say anything to Job, and Job was going to come out triumphant. Even though Job got mad, Job got frustrated. Job was like, what you doing, God? Like, what you doing? But it's through that it was through that pain, through that toughness that Job had to go through with God, that Job was strengthened and reminded that now my God shall supply all that I need. And Job was rewarded for that. So if you're in your Job season, if you feel like you're going through it, you feel like you're down and out, remember to trust that God has your best interest at hand and have his best interest at hand so he can fully and completely work through you. Fully and completely. It's not just, I'm going to do what I want to do and just trust that grace is enough. Grace is enough. The sufficiency of grace is more than enough. And there's more to unlock when you step into living in his word and abiding by the rules that he has provided for us to live by, for our ultimate goodness, prosperity, and abundance. So that's all I wanted to say. Hope y'all have a good one. Be safe, go forth and prosper. Much love to y'all. Let's get it. Jesus is Lord. Peace.